Okay, what is everybody? Today we're back again with another video, and today we are going to be doing a Grey Wolf guide, as a couple of you requested that in the past, and I thought, why don't we do one, as I have quite a good, knowledge of where they are, kind of what their behaviors are, and in what areas of the map that they like to be in. Obviously, the Grey Wolf is part of the Yukon Valley. This is the only map where you will be able to find them. They are a class 5 animal, which means that you can use anything that has class 5 in it range. This includes the Mosin, this includes the M1, 30-06, 243. There is a ton of weapons that you can use. With them being right there in the middle, you really cannot go wrong with it. And they are a night animal, so I will be giving you guys some more night tips as well here, especially for Yukon itself. But Yukon usually is kind of snowy at night, so this actually makes it really nice to use the night vision binoculars, which you get in the high-tech DLC pack. Now there you guys can see the first wolves back there. They are an animal that can go all the way up to level 9 legendary, and we have an 8 mythical back there. Now you have, I think, 2 multi-mounts that you can do with this. One is with a plains bison and 2 wolves, and then you have one with a male wolf and 2 female wolves. And I think we might have a semi-rare there in the front, if I am not mistaken. So we might go ahead and try and take that out. But this right here is a really prime spot. So I guess before we shoot these guys, actually, why don't we quickly go over where they are. These 2 lakes up here are really good. This lake over here is amazing as well. This whole kind of side of this lake is good. They sometimes come up here, but not too often. They will go towards this lake as well, usually kind of in this backish area. I haven't really seen too many animals drinking in this part over there. They will come to this lake over here, they will drink over here, they will drink down here. I've had people tell me that they drink over here and that they drink at this top part of this lake. I personally do not have any zones for them here, and that is basically where I always go hunting them. Now in the day, they love to rest up in this area up here and rest over here. This is like prime spot for them being resting, but I haven't actually ever found a drink zone at this lake for the wolves. So I don't know why they avoid this lake. I just don't have drink zones here, but I have a ton of rest and feed zones around that area. Now, in retrospect, what kind of setup would I take with me? Why don't we look at that as well real quick. I always would like to take probably a handgun with me, because if they charge, you want quick shots right behind each other, and the Rhino does this just amazingly. It has a penetration of 100 if you go on, there you go, penetration of 100, so basically they will just drop dead right in front of you. For actually taking them down, I would use the M1. You could also use the 303, 243 Mosin, anything like that. It all works. In terms of collars, if you wanted to call them in to try and get a close bow shot or get them into an open area, you can use both the Predator Distressed Fawn collar and the Predator Jack Rabbit collar. Both of those will work. Now, what type of rares do they have? They have an uncommon, which is called light brown, I think it's called, or red brown, one of the two. It's kind of like a reddish color, kind of reddish brownish sand color. You'll notice when you see it, it's a bit different to the normal ones. And this is another thing, they go aggressive. So let's go back to the rares in just a second. But if they go aggressive, just go in the water, and I'll show you what I mean with using the pistol. Just go pop, and dead he is. I don't think there's any others with him. I would hope so, at least. But this is kind of the best way to get rid of them. If you're close to water, which you're probably going to be if you're hunting them at night for drink zones, go in the water, kind of this far in. They will not be able to attack you. If you don't have any ammunition anymore, or you don't want to shoot them, just wait here, give them like 2-3 seconds, and they will run away. Another tip that you can do as well is spot them all and just shoot the highest scoring male, because usually once you shoot that male, they will all drop, or not drop, but just stop being aggressive at you, and they will start running away, which is a very helpful information. But let's quickly also, while I get into position to shooting one of those guys back there, why don't we also talk about Another very overlooked point in some things is how to hunt very good at night, because obviously Yukon is one of the maps where you can do it a little bit easier. It's kind of white, but I've said this before, make sure to go under system, go under graphics, go here and turn volume fog quality off. This is going to allow you to look a little bit more crispy, or like a little bit more crisp with the kind of night vision binoculars. Plus it makes it so that there's really no kind of fog over the water, and you can see a little bit further with these kind of binoculars. Plus, if you have the light on like I do 90% of the time, it really doesn't distract you that much, especially if you're looking at water. If I had fog turned on, you would not be able to see as well as I can here right now. Another thing that you can do, or try and do, is you can try and turn your general just graphics setting down a little bit, so that you can don't have as much contrast, and it's really, you have more contrast, you have less of the kind of blending of colors, and it's a little bit more harsher in terms of the outlines and seeing animals a bit better. I don't really tend to do that much. I get along just fine by just playing like this, but what I do have, I have my monitor's brightness turned down a little bit, just so that I don't have this glaring really bright neon green in my face the entire time. Now, in terms of having your light on, obviously you want to have your light on so you can see the tracks, but if you want to shoot and you feel like you can't see as well, turn the light off, and as you can see, it kind of takes away some of the haze that you have on your screen. Now, in terms of where I would aim, like I always say, kind of behind the shoulder, right where you kind of see the elbow. I usually like to take the shot when their head is up, but since in this case it's not really going to make that big of a difference, since they're all just kind of, I mean, we have enough penetration with the M1. We should not have a problem. Now, as you can see, they are going aggressive, but I shot at the second biggest one, and so we should be fine here with them not running towards us. Now, they are similar to pumas in terms of where once they're spooked, they're not really going to run away straight away. They're kind of going to just stand still like this before they start to go on their journey and run away, which, I mean, I'm really not going to complain about. It's a good thing in my opinion. I like it, but everybody just kind of has to do it however they feel fit. And if you don't want to take advantage of them doing this, just shoot the one and then kind of let them be. Something I did notice, they sometimes get stuck close to the water here. And if you want to take advantage of that, go ahead and do that. Shoot them there, they won't attack you, but be aware that they can kind of get out of that position and just suddenly start attacking you. So I would be careful if you're low on HP and anything like that. But let me quickly go over there, pick those guys up, and then I'll show you one more time where I would aim on a perfect broadside shot, which I would recommend if you're kind of starting off and don't have the best rifles in the game yet. And here we are now. I think this one should be the 8 mythical, if I could actually pick him up. Okay, we can't pick him up. Let's pick this one up first then. This is the 8 mythical though. But yeah, you can kind of see her a little bit more clearly with the bone structure here. I would always try and aim in this area. Now, it is right above where this elbow is, where technically for the human body, this is where the upper arm is. I would shoot right above the upper arm, right over here. If he has his head up like this, this is going to actually be a little bit more straight, and you could technically shoot over here. But since you're mostly going to be taking like 200, 250 meter shots, aim a little bit higher to account for the bullet drop. But this is generally what I would do and how I would try and take them down. Again, they need 39 to make diamond. They have a trophy organ, so make sure to not hit them in the head, as that will make sure that you won't clear the intact trophy organ check mark over here, and you won't get the diamond, gold, silver, bronze, whatever out of it. But yeah, they are cool animals. I really like the models of them. Quickly going back to the fur types, I noticed I really forgot about that. They have an albino, a melanistic, which are the two rares. The egg white is, for me at least, I'd not call it uncommon. I think it's kind of between uncommon and rare, but most people will tell you that it's an uncommon, similarly to the kind of red-brown fur variation that I mentioned before. Now these guys again are great for cash, absolutely amazing. You get like 1500, 1400 cash for wolf, even for the females. I think the females even give you 1300 at most points. and they're really good for weapon score as well. You can see 62 is a 61.02 is a really high number. Most animals will only give you between 40 and 50. So Grey Wolves, if you really want to get your weapon score up, is a great choice for doing so. And here's the other 7 that we shot. Doesn't look really much different. Would have been a gold at 37.3, but still, just because we messed it up is the only reason we got so little cash. We literally broke 2 of the check marks here, which is going to decrease your cash. But with that being said, that is going to be the guide for the Grey Wolves. If you have any further questions or any other zones that you know of on your map, definitely do let me know down below in the comment section, and I will pin your comment for other people to be able to find that. So if you are having a little bit of trouble finding them, go in the comment section, look at any pinned comments, as some people are probably going to tell me some other spots where they've seen them, or maybe give you 1 or 2 other tips that I might have not said in here. If you enjoyed this video and this guide, definitely make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out a lot and makes it so that I know that you enjoy the content, and so that YouTube can promote this video to more people, so more people can figure out how to hunt the Grey Wolf here on the Yukon Valley. Also, if you're new around here or you just haven't done so yet, definitely make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new videos or do live streams just like this. That being said, have a good day, bye bye, and peace.